Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Europa Universalis IV with the Emperor expansion, as we are playing as Milan. Alright, so I did say that we'd start out today's episode with building some units and some ships, and that's exactly what we'll do. One thing you'll notice though is that our ships here are just sitting here. Again, we did set them to go to a friendly port while at war, and that is the reason for that. If you look at who we're fighting, they don't have any ships. So that's kind of one of the issues, is that they'll go sit in the port even if there's no enemy ships out there. So it's something you always got to kind of pay attention to. So in this case, we'll keep it off. Let's go ahead and, well, they should actually go ahead and go out there. Yeah, they'll go back out now. We'll give them that fifth ship as well. So that should end up resulting in us having, well, I don't know, maybe it'll still be 24%. The other thing we got to do here is get some stuff built. We're going to build some units. We'll build like, probably just a couple more infantry. Let's get a couple infantry here, and then we'll also get some more ships. We might want to get some galleys. So for those of you new to the game, as I explained, the light ships are your trade ships, which protect trade, get you trade power in any, they gotta be like coastal nodes. So the way the inland trade works is a little bit different. I don't really like the way the inland trade works. Maybe we'll talk about that, another time. But that's one of the best ways to get extra trade power in any coastal nodes, or nodes that are in the sea or whatever. So that's what the light ships do. Heavy ships are for fighting. That's their sole purpose. They are the best ship in the game at fighting in open ocean. I guess technically the best ship in the game at fighting, period, for the most part. But you also have the galleys, and so the galley class, which might not always be called galley, it's also the class. So there's different types of galley ships. They get a modifier that improves their combat ability in anywhere that is considered an inland sea. So when you hover over this, you can see this is an inland sea. Galleys will be more effective here, performing at a higher level in combat. That results in galleys being much better than their number of cannons here would imply. So you see the galleys, got 12 cannons, while the heavy ships have 40. So they're actually pretty darn good here, especially for their cost, which they're incredibly cheap. So very good if you're going to be solely operating in areas that are inland seas. You're better off just getting galleys over the heavy ships. And then you have the transport ships, which in this case is the cog. And they do exactly what you think. They transport units. That's it. That's all they do. So in our case, because we're really only in the Mediterranean right now, the best use of our naval force limit and our money would be to just use galleys for our military force. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. So let's just build mainly a galley force. So we'll build I don't know how many we can get. I don't know how much money we have here, but let's take this down, build 2 and 2, I guess. Oops. Yeah, so we'll build 4 with the intention to probably get I don't know, maybe 5 initially. Just enough to cover our coast. I mean, you'll see that the AI does keep all of their ships together. So it's always, difficult. You got to really look at what the composition of those fleets are to see if you can defeat them or not. And the siege somewhere is done. Oh, okay, I didn't know that they invaded me. Okay, that's bad. I didn't even see them come in there, and they got that fort from us, so that's not good. So let's go ahead and go over here. That's just me not paying attention. Yeah, I didn't even know they came down here. So let's go ahead and get all of our guys over here. We'll assemble this army together and take that back. Where did their army go? Okay, so their army is over here now. So what we're gonna want to do is actually, I kind of don't want the Hungarians to have that, so is this a fort? It's not a fort, so we're actually good with them taking that. And because these guys are here, we should probably turn this fort on. Alright, so let's go ahead and get over here. We'll probably have to, I don't know if we'll be able to attack them there. Yeah, we can't attack them there, so let's get them destroyed. And it looks like the Hungarians have made peace here with the Venetians. And that did result in a Croatia emerging, if there wasn't already a Croatia. There might have already been a Croatia here, and maybe they just got additional provinces. I didn't really look at what that peace was. I guess we can take a look here. So yeah, there was already a Croatia, and they just ceded a couple provinces to them. And oh, they gave us provinces. They gave core provinces to us. Well, what do you know? Look at this. We just got 2 provinces out of this conflict without getting any, because, you know, we had cores on these. These are our core provinces here. So even though we are not involved with the treaty or in the war, when one of the peace options is to give core provinces to neutral countries, you can always give it to them. Just one way to weaken an enemy without taking any aggressive expansion yourself. So I don't think we get any aggressive expansion from that either, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, we just got significantly more powerful here, taking these 2 provinces. I mean, maybe not significantly. I thought this one had a little bit more development than it does, but still, this is 22 development here that we just got without even having to fight in a conflict. That's awesome. So I'm glad we looked at this, and that's the main effects here. So that's big, guys. That's so helpful. Well, thank you. Now I feel like we owe the Hungarians something, man. Right, so let's go to make this into a state now. And we're going to take a look at what this mission is that we just completed. Reclaim the ducal lands. Okay, that's for owning those provinces that Venice had. And this gets us 20 prestige, 20 legitimacy, and we'll get permanent claims on multiple Venetian provinces, which they still hold all 3 of those, I think. So it looks like. Yeah, Verona, what was the other one? Oh, where's it at? Yeah, they still hold all 3 of these. All right, excellent. So let's go ahead and take that, and then we could go ahead and do an additional conflict here against Venice. Let's just see. I imagine they have no allies at this point, or not anybody that we got to worry about anyway. We've never had a war with Venice, so we don't have a treaty with them. Yeah, and we can't declare war yet because we don't have any diplomats available. But what we could do is just pull back here, since I don't think we can even. Yeah, we can't even fabricate claims with somebody who we're at war with. I was just going to try and get some claims. But yeah, it wouldn't help us in this conflict. So let's go and get our diplomat back. And then take a look at what a war would look like here, because we already have the claims here. So we take, we should probably just go after Verona. It's best to go after the one with the highest development, though, because that's going to be the most expensive. But again, I don't know if we'll be able to go this far. We'll at least try and get Verona. So yeah, I think we're just going to declare war on the Venetians while they're weak and without an ally. And they got no allies. Naples would in fact come into the war. We have enough, support to get them into the conflict. But do we even need to bring anybody in? Like, do they have any? They don't have any troops. There's no reason. They have 4,000 manpower. There's no reason to bring anybody in and waste our favors. So yeah, we're gonna hop into this war here. I'm gonna do it now before the situation changes, even though we can't actually do anything just yet. Well, actually, we could do something. We got to deal with these troops here. It looks like they took the fort back. This is a problem. Can we get here before them? We got problems left and right. We would not get there before them. Okay. Let's see how the best way to go about doing this would be. Frankly, we need to split this force a bit. So we're going to have to do this a little bit differently then. Let's go ahead and take these 2,000 infantry that we just... Or actually, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take 1,000, bring them over here for right now, and we're going to go have them connect there, and then we're also going to build ourselves up to our limit a bit more, get a few more infantry here to support those guys. All right, that's what we have as far as money goes. So we have to wait till that's done. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is let's take out these provinces here, especially if we can get to the fort before they can get their numbers back up. We'll see what we can do, because yeah, we can't attack there. Hopefully Austria will deal with our province here. Let's see if we can't get over here before they get any more garrison, any higher garrison there. All right, so now let's move over here to grab that province again. And then we'll attack their fort with our increased troop numbers here. All right, so this here, let me see here. We are at war with them, right? That's my bad, guys. We didn't even declare war. I thought we did. We need to do that. I don't know if it'll let me declare war while I'm sitting in there. Let's see. I thought we had done this already. I don't know why I did. All right. So I think we are going to be... Now, we don't want to call any of them in. Okay, so they are exiled because we declared war. That's a shame. I messed that up, guys. Alright, so we'll destroy those 1,000 men real quick. If we can get in there in time. Yeah. Now I'm going to try and go here again. They've got a lot more of a garrison there, though. Oh, we should probably turn this down. This is why I'm missing so much stuff, because I'm letting it fly so damn quickly. Let's go ahead and merge these guys here, and then we're going to attack that fortification. Bring these guys over here. Oh, there's a lot of... those pretender rebels, man. There's a lot of them. Alright, so hurry up and get here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and wait till we get a hole in the wall, a breach. And hopefully you should be able to... I'm trying to click on this damn province here. Once we get the breach, since there's only... there's only 820 men here. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't just assault immediately as soon as we can. Essentially as soon as we get a breach. So we'll do that, and then we'll attack these provinces here. It looks like Austria should deal with that for us, and they'll likely destroy that army there too. I would have liked to do that myself, but obviously we're distracted. We're doing other things right now. So with these men here, and the peasants are getting uppity again. Damn peasants. So we can enforce serfdom, and the estates will gain loyalty. Or we can say these things happen, in which case we lose legitimacy. We got a little bit of legitimacy to lose. But, I mean, yeah, I just don't want to give the 30 admin power. So that's fine. I'm not too worried about it. Alright, so these guys are coming over here. Or they should be coming on over here. And we'll get this siege done. And this will give us access. We'll finally have a fort, which might result in us getting a province in the conflict. I really want this one. We do have a claim there, I think. No, we don't have a claim. Okay, I was thinking we did have a claim. Nah, apparently we don't. Okay, good to know. So we're gonna get them both up to 12,000 men. Each army up to 12,000 men. So we're gonna bring this unit over there. And now that we're at war with Venice, we should probably actually pull this fleet in now. Yeah, let's let them go back home, because Venice does have ships, so we don't want to have to fight those guys. We might have to bring our new fleet that we're building, or we were building. That's right, because they took this province from us. Those 2 ships have been canceled. So the idea here is that we might need to use our fleet, which I don't know if it'll be large enough to be able to take the capital here. We might just have to end the war without taking the capital. And the reason for that, our royal marriage with Savoy has ended. The reason for that is because you see you have to cross a strait here to get to the Venetian island. So they can block us with their ships. If they put their ships in the Gulf of Venice here, then we won't be able to cross without destroying that fleet. So it might happen that way, guys. Okay, so Mantua has been defeated, and they had to give the province to us. Wow. So did we get aggressive expansion for that? I would assume we would have gotten aggressive expansion. But yeah, we were just like benefiting like left and right from these treaties, man. I'm not complaining at all. So you'll see we have 3 fortifications here. This is not going to work. We've got to get rid of one of these. So let's see what the best way to do this would be. I think to keep this fort would in fact be the best way to do it, and then to get rid of these 2 fortifications. Because this one will cover, it only covers 1, okay, I guess it covers 2 provinces. Let me take that back. It covers 2 provinces that are already covered here. And then it covers these provinces here as well as this one here. Okay, and then this fort would cover that one and any provinces we took over in this area, I suppose. So then we'd want to keep that fort. Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it, because this one covers these 2 as well. And then it covers the 2 that we're going to delete the forts in. So we could delete 2 forts and really cut down our cost here. Now, this one is in the hills, so it's a little bit better. One negative here is it's in the farmlands. But again, I think this is the best way to do it. Yeah, let's go and get rid of all these damn forts. So they're just going to cost us too much money having this many forts. Okay, so what are we doing now? All right, we're assaulting this. Let's go ahead and merge these guys who now have enough men where they would probably have trouble attacking us here. Now, this is the hills, so they would get the 1 bonus there. And then, of course, we don't have a really good leader here. He's only a 2-2. So that does mean that they would probably be better than us. Oh, no, he's a 1-2. So he wouldn't be better than us. Let's go and core that new land we just got. All right, excellent. Yes, things are going like incredibly well this episode. I cannot complain at all. We're just getting, provinces left and right. And I assume we're going to get provinces here too. Yeah, I would think they would give me that one. Now, we don't have a claim there, so maybe not. So the inventions of Vittorio Luosi, perhaps? So anything for the betterment of Milanese science. This will give us some innovativeness. And it will cost us quite a bit of money. We'd have to take loans. We don't have that kind of money. Okay, and that would result in us losing that advisor. All right. Yeah, I mean, there's really no choice. We don't have any money. So that's just a little bit too much. I'm not taking loans just for some innovativeness. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, we're not going to do this, guys. Let's go ahead and just say, we'll take the prestige loss. He'll leave our court. There's nothing to be done about it, guys. We can always hire the Sforza character here, which would result in a yearly inflation reduction, which we actually have some inflation, so it'd be helpful. So we'll do that as soon as we have enough money. We currently need almost 70 to get him. So we need to rebuild those ships as well. We currently have 2 building here, the galleys. But again, I think we should prioritize getting that advisor so we can keep on getting that admin power, especially because we just spent so much of it. And it looks like the conflict is over. Did we get anything else? Looks like that's a no. Okay, we got 25 of the ducats, though, that were received in the treaty. Gave us a little bit of inflation. Okay. And now, because of our assistance, because we played such a role in there, we got 8 favors from Austria, so that's big. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and move these troops. We'll actually go ahead and start attacking. Can we not attack there? Why can't we attack there? That's strange. Oh, okay, that is not Venetian territory. That is Urbino. Okay, it's just the same, very similar color. I see. Well, let's go ahead and go here and take Verona then. All right, so things are going incredibly well. I got no complaints, man. We have gained a total of 3 provinces so far, just in this episode, and I do expect to gain more. Now, I don't know what our aggressive expansion is like, because I don't think we got any aggressive expansion for receiving these 2 cores, but we probably got aggressive expansion for receiving this province. Speaking of this province, let's go ahead and turn off the fortifications all throughout here. We're only fighting Venice right now. They're not coming over here, I don't think. You know what? We'll keep this one on, because if they were to come anywhere, they'd come right here, I think. We'll turn this fort off, though. And this one. Just trying to reduce our cost a bit, guys, so we can have a bit more money, because we could really use a little bit of money, because we need to get that advisor. So let's go and get that advisor now, which we actually have a new option available to us, an artist, but we're not going to get him. We're going to get the yearly inflation reduction. I think that'd be helpful. And we actually have enough money where I don't really know how much we're earning right now, actually, because some of that is looting. Looks like we're earning 6.11. That's not bad. But what I'd prefer to do, 2 things we can do here. First of all, we can remove our national focus, because now I do want military power, since we do have a military idea group. So let's actually turn that off. And so it'd be 12, 8, and 7 now. And then get a new advisor here as soon as we're able to. I know its fort defense is not great, but that's what we have. That's the option, guys. That's what we got available. I'd prefer to get the extra military power. So yeah, we'll take these down. It looks like there, unfortunately, is a Venetian noble rebelling here, so that's a problem. Yeah, that's a serious problem, because they could end up, they have nowhere else to attack but our province here that we are currently attacking the Venetians in. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep these 12,000 men here. We'll just keep 12,000 here, which is slightly more than needed to siege it down, but that's more than just for the protection here, because we could see either these 6,000 Venetians attack, which I wouldn't be surprised if they're building more units there right now, or we could see these 14,000 nobles attack. So we'll just wait and see what happens, and we'll bring these 12,000 when they do. Yeah, they knew they were going to attack. So I don't know who will get the terrain bonus here, which again is going to be a +1 for somebody, because this is not our fort. We're the besiegers, but also they're rebels. So I don't know how that works. We'll see. This is a good experiment. Let's see who gets the negative. we get the negative. Well, that's a damn shame, isn't it? Even though they're damn noble rebels. Yeah, that's a bummer. All right, man, we still win because we had that additional army sitting nearby. But we did take higher casualties because of that terrain penalty. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to keep the better general there. We'll move this guy out of here. And again, the Venetians could end up attacking us here. I don't know that we can win here. I don't know that we can defeat the Venetian navy. I think their navy is probably going to be too large. Right now, we're seeing what's currently defending it is just 4 galleys and a light ship. So we could defeat that if we had a full 5 galleys, which we do not. We actually have 1 galley, that's it. We have 1 more building. Remember, we're not building here any longer. I think we'll probably build our navy here so that we can combine them before we end up doing any attacks. It does look like they're currently leaving, though. Or maybe not. No, maybe they're not leaving. It looked like they were. The Ottomans got a golden era. And I'm not entirely sure how this works with the golden eras, but I kind of feel like... we're going to go grab this province real quick. No, we got to wait till the fort's taken. But I kind of feel like I'd read somewhere a while back when they were first added, that you can only have 1 golden era per game. And remember, you can't have... there's a golden era for each age. And I wanted to say that I've read somewhere, now correct me if I'm wrong, that you can only have 1 golden era, for the whole entire game. So if you have it here in the Age of Discovery, you won't be able to get it for the other ones. So if I'm wrong, I'd like to know, because I'm not entirely sure. So again, you guys can see we cannot cross to the capital here. It's not an option because of the fact that the straits are blocked. And there's just no way we're going to unblock it. The Venetian navy is too powerful. So what we can do is take this province here and then let the ticking war score get us enough points. And we'll just have to see what they do here. I would assume they're coming over here to blockade us, which again, we will not be able to relieve that blockade. We just don't have the navy to do it. All right, let's see what this is about. It's a peace offer from Venice, which is not one that I want to agree to. No, sir. Yeah, they're done for. We've got the ticking war score. As you guys can see here, we're only getting 3.20 as of right now. You can get a total of 25 from that. So we'll be able to get a lot of points from it. But again, can't cross here, so cannot take the Venetian capital, which is a shame. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and merge the... merge the 2 galleys into one fleet. And we'll build some more, but again, we're trying to deal with our advisor situation first. I wonder if the advisor, the diplomat I had here with the Hungarians has anything to do with why they gave me some core land. I don't know if the opinion with other countries would impact that. You would think it would. So we're going to recall the diplomat, but I don't think we fulfilled our agenda, which is the whole reason why we were over there, which means we do not have an opinion of 100 with them yet, despite doing that. It looks like our opinion with them is being affected by the fact that we are allied to their rival, which would be Naples. So that's causing us problems. And then the aggressive expansion is causing issues as well. So we can see if there's anything we could do here to try and improve it a bit more. I don't know though. We could probably give them a gift. We could do a royal marriage with them, I suppose. I mean, I don't really see any reason not to, just to improve the relation so I can fulfill that objective. I mean, that'd be one option. I'm going to see if there's any other options though. That might be a little bit, not as long term here. You know what? There's probably not anything. Now, I don't know how much being married will improve it. So let's take a look at that before we do it. It's 25. So that'd be just enough to fulfill the objective. And I suppose we'll do it. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. This could result in them offering us alliance too, though. Yeah, they might want to ally with us, which the Hungarians are looking pretty powerful, but they are, on borders with the Ottomans, so we'll see how long that lasts. Yeah, let's do it just to get the damn thing completed, because I don't know if we'll ever be able to do it otherwise, because we're always going to be allied to the rival Naples, at least for now. And then the aggressive expansion, it's not gonna fix it anytime soon. So yeah, let's do the royal marriage just so we can complete that damn objective. And that should have boosted it up above 100 to complete the agenda. Which I don't remember what we're getting from that. Okay, level 2 diplomat, which again is cheaper. That's right. And then plus we get the loyalty. Okay, so this is the way we're going to start this. Let's go ahead and get the level 2 diplomat first, just because he's cheaper. 9.8, we can get him very easily. This allows us to improve relations faster. It's not great, but again, he's only half the cost, so that's what you're getting for that. And why are we getting hit by the military? Oh, war taxes. That's right, we have the war taxes on. I didn't realize we had that on. So what we might want to go ahead and do, because we're doing pretty good on money, we could always turn the war taxes off, which I think we will. We'll just have to eat whatever costs we get hit there with. And you know what? We can even get rid of all fortifications here. I mean, they could attack, though. Yeah, they could attack right there, and if I don't pay attention... fuck it. We're just going to risk it. I don't want to go into the negative too much here with the money. And we're still trying to buy another advisor as well, so... So, yeah, we're just waiting for ticking war scores so they'll agree. Let's see how it looks right now. Because we want that province. They would be willing to accept that. They'd be willing to accept us taking 2 provinces, in fact. But that would actually piss off quite a few countries. So maybe we're done already. Maybe all we want to do... I mean, we get more from them, though, if we let the ticking war score go up. Not more provinces, of course, because of our problems. But we could get more other stuff. I feel like this is probably all we should take. It's just Verona. So we'd take that. And then you could always like force them to release some countries just to further weaken them. I don't really see any point on doing that though. Not these particular countries anyway. Yeah, I don't want them to release them. And then, yeah, I mean, I'd prefer that the Ottomans have to like attack the Venetians to be able to do that rather than allying, you know, rather than being able to attack Crete and take them easily. Yeah, I don't want them to end any of those rivalries. So we'd probably want to just do war reparations and then transfer trade power, which that actually reminded me of something. So yeah, we'd want to do that plus whatever money we can get. So we will wait. We'll wait for the ticking war score to go up until it's at maximum, which is another 21 points. But that did remind me something that somebody mentioned in the comments. And that's the fact that our merchants aren't really doing anything here with the trade power that we have here, which is a lot. We have a significant number of trade power. We have 43% of the trade power here. We're really not able to do anything. We can't send the trade because this is an end node. So you see where the arrows are pointing? There's lots of incoming arrows from other trade nodes, and they're bringing the trade into this node, but there's none outgoing because this is one of the game's end nodes. Genoa is another end node here. So that means it doesn't go anywhere, it just stays there. So they end up being very profitable trade nodes typically. Another one is up here. English Channel is also an end node. So having control of these does end up being very profitable. You notice there's a lot of money there. 71, 120 there. The trade up here hasn't quite, jumped up because that doesn't happen until you start seeing the colonization of the New World by, Netherlands and England. So that's the reason why that's so low. And the trade here, as historically, most of the trade coming into Europe is coming in through Italy. So I don't really like the way this works. This doesn't make any sense as far as like historical accuracy. The trade from the east did come through Italy, which is why they got so rich. But then it didn't just stay in Italy; it left. It then moved up through Germany and up through France. So the idea of these being end nodes, I don't really understand. I mean, the end node is kind of a dumb concept anyway. But I understand why they kind of have to have end nodes the way the trade system works. But yeah, I do not agree with Italy being end nodes at all. It just doesn't make any sense. But anyways, they are end nodes. So we can't get the trade out. That's the point. So we might want to instead collect from trade with our merchant. We would probably get a lot more than what we're getting here. So we're transferring 0.97, which is quite a bit more than we were transferring before. But let's go ahead and see how much more we'll get. So right now we're getting 0.97. So now let's collect from trade here with the merchant in Alexandria. In 17 days, we'll be able to see how much that is impacted, how profitable that is overall. We'll see if that was the better route to go. And are we being... Yeah, we're being blockaded all throughout here by them. Okay. I was wondering if they had brought some ships over here, but they have not yet. They did send those ships out, but I'm not entirely sure where they went. I figured they were coming over here to blockade us, steal our monies. but apparently that's not the case. Austria would be willing to go into this war with us. Of course, we're not calling anybody into this conflict. The conflict is over. But it would help to have somebody with a navy. You can see here that Naples probably has a larger navy than Venice does at this point. Not quite. They're a little bit short, but close enough where they would probably come out and fight them. We did get 2+ base production. Okay, nice. That's always beneficial to have. And the current production is sitting at 12 right now, so they're at 27 development. That's very, very good. So we now have the money that we needed to change out our advisor, get a level 2 advisor. Oh, nope, he's 73.6, my bad. He's younger than the other guys are. So he's a little bit more expensive. I was thinking, it'd be about 70. There we go. Now we got the money to get a different advisor, so let's go ahead and do so. And we'll have all level 2 advisors, which is not too shabby. So yeah, we're going to fire our current guy, and it'll be more money. We'll see if that ends up breaking us. It looks like we're producing a little bit of money, so not too bad. So we can now get dynamic court, but again, I think, yeah, that's what we're doing. Okay. So let's go ahead and get dynamic court. Again, just a crappy idea overall, but you got to get it so we can move along to the next ones. And then the next national idea that we get here, which the way these work, guys, is every 3 ideas that you get down here, you get one of these unlocked. So 3, 6, 9, 12, so on. So here we have almost 5 between. We have 5. Excuse me, we do have 5. We have 4 here and 1 here, so that's the reason why we are almost to getting patron of music, which would be a 1+ yearly prestige. So we just need to get one more idea for that, which I think would probably be the military one, because we are ahead of tech. We did get that done. Excellent. We are looking at a 40%. We're at 40% right now for another rebellion, unfortunately. It is ticking up a bit. I think our current war exhaustion is likely affecting that. So it should go down once we finish up this war. But again, we're just going to wait for the tick and war score to go up. It doesn't go up by a lot. What is it, like 0.4 per... That's what it seems like. 0.4 per month. We'll confirm this real quick when it goes over to July. But first, let's take a look at the trade situation because I want to see how much it improved. So first we gotta look at Alexandria and see what we're now transferring. It looks like we're actually transferring more, which is awesome and the reason for this is because we have more trade power downstream. So when you have, because we moved the merchant down here, so when you have more trade power downstream from the trade, then it results in you automatically pulling trade out from anything that's upstream. And so because we have more trade power here, we're actually pulling more trade up. Now the difference here is that before we were bringing that whole 0.97 to Genoa, which is our main trade area. Now this 1.01 that we're bringing is likely split between the 2 spots. I could be wrong. I think we're probably bringing, into both trade nodes here. I think that's the way it works. So overall, it might not always be the best situation, but because we do have so much trade power here, and in fact actually have more trade power here than we do in our main one, it might actually be more beneficial. And we're getting 4.12 here, which is pretty darn good. So that is why we're doing very well on money, despite the fact that we now have 3 level 2 advisors. And now again, one of them is 50% cost. But yeah, look at this, guys. We are getting very, very good power gain. This is quite a bit, guys. I'm not unhappy with that. Let's actually turn up the speed here, since as of right now, all we're doing is waiting for the tick and war score to go up. Claims on our rivals, yeah, we'll accept that, because I would have wanted to get a claim here anyways. We would have done that with one of our diplomats. Speaking of diplomats, let's go ahead and make use of one of these diplomats. We're going to bring them over to the allies to improve relations with our allies. The other one we'll keep available so that we can do peace as soon as we're ready to. We'll see if they're ready to now, actually. Not quite. We're at negative 23, so it's going to need to get up a bit higher before we're going to be able to do this. And we can even let it go all the way up again, just so we can get more money from them. So here's a Grand Captain. He's only level 1 though. He would be cheaper, but it's a level 1, so we don't want to do that. So that's kind of unfortunate. I wish we would have got a level 2 guy. But yeah, you can see he's only 0.62, very, very cheap. Ooh, what happened? Oh, we lost a cardinal. Alright, well, that's a shame. So I think we did have... I think we had 3 cardinals before. Now we only have 2. If I'm not mistaken. I guess we'll take a look and see if that's the case. Not seeing us. Maybe we had 2, and now we have 1. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, we actually have 4 cardinals. Okay, I wasn't aware of that. And we do have these 70 points here, so let's go ahead and actually try and make a run at seeing if we can't get control of the papacy. I don't know, let's take a look. So this is what's currently invested. 30 points by the Papal States, and then France has 20, and then we see Castile's got 10, and England's got 10. So let's try. Let's see if we can, how much points we can get invested. As of right now, we have 30. Let's do it one more time. And you may have noticed it kept getting more expensive with the more we invested. So that's one thing you got to consider. But as of right now, we have the most points invested, but it is based on a chance. So even with the 40 points invested, we have a 36.3% chance of gaining control of the Holy See. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, guys. That's a little over a third, so it's not bad odds. And because we do have so many cardinals, which I think the reason why we have more cardinals than I thought is because we got those cardinals from Venice. I think some of their provinces here maybe had a cardinal. I'm not entirely sure. I wish there was a little icon here that popped up and showed you, like a little icon just anywhere. It could be right here. It doesn't matter where. It tells you if there's a cardinal in that province. So they did send the other peace offer, which we are going to decline. But it is good to know that they want peace. But not quite enough yet. Gotta wait a little bit longer. But we can wait. Can they wait though? Can they? They got no territory right now, with the exception of their capital and whatever else they still have over here, you know, Crete. I think that's it. I think that's all they got left. I think they lost all their provinces. So we will grant military access to the Austrians. They are our friend. And we can now invest into national conscripts, which would reduce the recruitment time. And of course, we now get that yearly prestige. So it's going to be a lot easier for us to keep prestige high. And then plus, because we have that patrons of the arts, should be able to maintain high prestige for the rest of the game, as long as we, don't lose prestige from events. And we're going to continue to decline the Venetians. I've got a peace treaty for you. You can accept whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready to do a bit of business. Looks like Luca got a new ruler here. Yeah, let's just take a look at it one more time, see how much further away we are. -6. Okay. Oh no, I think we just lost our really good general, guys. Yeah, we did. That's a shame. Yeah, it's a real bummer. We'll just take the general that's over there right now. No reason to get another general. Yeah, I don't think that there's any point to doing that. We'll move this guy over here. I think I moved him a little bit too far. And no, you don't need to move through my lands to do that. Sometimes the AI, man, they just be trying to get military access from anybody. We will accept that though. So it looks like everybody's at war with the Ottomans. Is there a crusade going? Let's just take a look. No crusade going right now. But yeah, everybody is at war with them right now. I say everybody, I guess it's not everybody. So new Imperial Reform has been enacted. This gives CBs on non-members bordering the Empire to force them to join the Empire. Oh, well, that's a problem. So yeah, the Emperor could now extend the Empire with those CBs if he wanted to. We'll have to see what happens, guys, but the Emperor's getting really powerful. Very, very powerful. Let's just see how far he's gone on the reforms. Yeah, he already has 3 done. And it's only 1491. So they keep on sending these damn peace offers, which we will continue to decline. They're currently at -2 towards accepting, they're at 0 towards accepting our peace treaty. As of the ticking war score, we're at 14, so we still got a lot of ticking war score left. England decided to go with the golden era as well. We now have the Diplotech that we could get because we have so much diplomatic power. Let me see what this unlocks and see if it actually helps us at all. It gives us extra trade range. Really doesn't give us anything. I say, like, let's just let it go because I think we're still currently... We might still be ahead. No, we're not ahead. So if we wanted to keep our innovativeness, yeah, then we'd have to do that. All right, whatever, that's fine. Okay, so that should help. Yeah, we're still gaining innovativeness. Very good. And we are gonna fall behind on the admin and military techs if we do decide to continue going after these, and I think that might be what we do. So no longer have that modifier, and we have an event, immoral prices. So we can force the merchants to lower their prices. I kind of feel like we've had this event before. We can get peasant rebellion here. The burghers would gain some loyalty and also influence. Not really any benefit to this. But this one does require us to pay. And then they gain money or they gain influence and loyalty. Alright. I'm almost for this one, but we don't have any money. So what we'd need to do is, let's see how we want to do this. Well, first of all, we should probably cut the pay on our fleet. And that doesn't help much. There's really no reason to be paying the fleet when we're not using them. I kind of want them to go across here so we can attack them and get more war score. So this is what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and move these guys out of here. And we're going to move them over to here. And then we're going to give them generals, or excuse me, we're going to stop paying them for a second to get more money so that we can do this. And we'll see if they end up attacking here, because this would allow us to destroy their army. We'll see if they go across or not. They are going to go across. All right, we'll have to see if we can catch them. We might not be able to, though. So we only need one more month of this. And then we should be able to pick that option that I wanted to do. All right, so let's go ahead and do the, we'll pay for it. Just barely we're able to do that without having to take a loan. So let's let the month roll over one more time. And then we'll start paying our army again. And we will see if they'll accept that. Oh, they will accept it now. So we could always not destroy their army. But why would we do that? Let's destroy them, guys. So let's go ahead and increase army maintenance. We'll have to wait for morale to go up here. And wait a month. And then we'll attack them. Well, we'll wait a month and then we'll go to Verona. Come on, and then we're going to merge all these guys here. And wait like another month or two. We double their forces here, so I'm not too worried about... not too worried about losing even with lower morale. Merchants are suffering. Alright, we'll just lose the 10 Diplo power. And let's go and attack now. That should be enough morale. And, you know, they get the train penalty because we're in possession of the fort, even though it is their fort. So easy battle here, easy win, despite us not having the better leader. And that has kicked them off over to there. Still can't attack them there, though. But it did increase war score, which means we'll be able to get more stuff from. So let's go ahead and, well, maybe not. It looks like it's not that much higher. We'll see if we can get a little bit of money from them, though. We'll see what they're willing to grant. Alright guys, so this is what we're going to get. So we're going to get the one province, and it's not causing as many issues. Let me just double check here and see if we get any. Yeah, it's still going to cause a lot of problems. Because we did burn off a little bit of aggressive expansion since we first looked at this. We're also going to get 10% of their income for the 10 years, and then we get the 50% of their trade power, and then a little bit of money. So very, very, very good. We're going to get power projection as well because this is one of our rivals, and we get some prestige. So very nice. So that went quite well for us. Let's go ahead and get our troops out of here, bring them back to the capital. Go ahead and stop paying for the capital as well. We should have all forts mothballed. Let me just double check on that though. Yeah, they are all mothballed, so we don't have to pay for them, and we do have to core that. Okay, so now the Hungarians are willing to ally us because of the fact that we are married to them. We have a royal marriage with them. But is that what we want to do? I think that's a good question here to ask. Do we want to ally with them? They're currently rivals with Naples, so I don't know if that would cause any issues with them. Naples is not rivaling them. Okay. But Naples is rivaled to Savoy. So this could end up taking our relations down with them so much so that they might not even want to be allied with us, which is actually fine because conflict with Naples is inevitable anyways. Like we're gonna have to go down south and fight them. So I don't really care that I'm pissing them off, frankly. This is what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and ally them. We'll accept the alliance. So I think having them as ally would be useful. Again, they're not currently rivaled or being rivaled by anybody that I'm not okay with having conflict with. I didn't see who their allies were though. Bohemia, so they're allied with Austria, so that's our other ally. All right, so is there anything we need to do here if we kind of let this fly? So we got our troops here. We should probably get them training. Yeah, they don't have any training now. Let's go and enable army drilling. And we'll just continue paying for them because we're still making pretty damn good money. So we have a disagreeing advisor. This is our diplomat. So we can say off with his head. Or you say he has a good point. We lose a little bit of prestige, but gain the diplomatic power. Sure, we'll do that. I don't really want to do that, but I also don't want to lose the advisor. So that is the cheaper advisor. That's the one that we're getting for half cost. So we really can't beat that. Now, because our power projection has fallen below 50, we're no longer getting that extra point that we were getting. So that's kind of a shame. Yeah, it's a real bummer. But nothing to be done about it. What is this? The age objectives fulfilled. Oh, you get power projection from that? I didn't know that. Well, that's nice. I don't know if that was always the case. I don't recall that. We have learned of this province here, so we'll start seeing these more and more often. What ends up happening is that as countries go out there and explore the world, there's a time limit, and I don't remember what the default was. I don't know if it's 25 years or 50 years. I want to say it's 50 years. I could be wrong, though. And that's how long it takes for it to spread to other countries, the knowledge of that province. So you can change that in the option as well. When you start a new game, you can select how long you want it to take. So we'll get the print culture, which will increase institution spread. All right, which I think, we already have all the institution here, but that'll affect the next institution that happens, which I guess we could take a look at that real quick. So that is going to be the printing press, which is actually the thing we just got. I think that was the name of the idea, was printing press. So this one here would give us a negative 5% stability cost modifier, and the earliest date it can fire is 1550. And one of the following must be true for you to be able to get it. So it's got to fire in North or South Germany, apparently. And you'd have to also be Protestant or Reformed. So yeah, we won't be the center of that. That's okay. And speaking of the Protestant Reformation, here we go. It's fired earlier than history. So quite a bit earlier than history here. And so the Protestant Reformation has begun. And that is, let's see the exact province here. Is it right here? Yep, it's right there. So here will be the center of the first Protestant center, I should say. And it's going to start spreading out from there. So we can kind of look at here. You can see that this is where they're at, and this is where they're currently spreading to. So you're just going to see it just rapidly spreading throughout Germany. We'll have to see where the next one is. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is cool. This map mode now shows where cardinals are. It didn't used to do that. Yeah, you can see exactly where your cardinals are. Before, the only way I think was like looking in this mode. I think you could see it there was some way to see where your cardinals were located, but I don't remember how to do it. It's clearly not here though. But yeah, there was a way. There it is. You hover over here, and then it shows you where the cardinals are at. So you could see where your cardinals were at, but I mean, this is so much easier. Yeah, that's awesome. Very nice change. I didn't even notice that until we went to the religion mode. So yeah, we'll see this start spreading, guys. But yeah, the Reformation has happened earlier than history. We're going to decline. You're not getting access. No, no, no. And who are the Hungarians at war with? Nobody. Looks like they're just feeding some rebels. We do have chances for rebellions here that we might have to deal with. We'll have to keep our eye on that. Make sure that we maybe try and move our army over to that location. In fact, we could have these guys training in the location where we have the most rebellion chance, which would in fact be there, just to take it down. Now again, we want to stop them from training before the rebellion actually happens, since they'll have that low morale. But this should help tick that down some. Let's see what it's at now. Yeah, it looks like we removed. Yeah, now it's just completely ticking down. Excellent. Yeah, that's very good. We can also make this into a state, so we will. And we should probably core that. Okay, what is this about? Oh, the Age of Discovery is ending in 112 months. So, that's not what I want to look at. I want to look at the Splendor. We're sitting at 490. I don't know if we're able to get one done soon enough. We'll have to see. Let's see if we can get one done before it ends. Now, you only get the bonuses from this for as long as you're on the age. So, I mean, if it takes us a while to get it, then obviously, we wouldn't get that benefit that we picked for very long. So we could go ahead and call a diet. And I don't see why not. Let's go ahead and do that. So the clergy requests that we invest in the prosperity of the lands in Mantova, which requires that we put the base tax up. I don't really see them. I just don't really like doing those ones. And this is the same one here. They want us to increase manpower. Well, these guys want us to build a navy. We'd have to have a total navy size up at like 75% of our force limit. How high would that have to be? Because I do want to build the navy up. Yeah, I suppose we can do that one. Let me see what the benefit is. Is there anything really we're getting from this? We get a really good admiral. And of course we get extra loyalty. Yeah, sure, why not? We're not even using all of our leader slots right now. I think we have 2 leader slots, if I'm not mistaken, as of right now. We have 3. We have 3 leader slots. I don't know if I mentioned this in this campaign. I don't think I have. But you can also make your king, or in our case, your duke, a general. Well, we can't because we have a duchess. Female ruler cannot become a general in our country, so we can't do that. We could make our heir into a general, though. So that'll always be an option, which our heir, Ludovico, is currently 25 years old. But I don't think we're going to do that. So let's do this one, guys. Yeah, let's do that, and then we'll kind of we'll start building up the navy now, because we should have been doing this anyways. I've been wanting to. So let's go and get some more ships. We'll continue with the galleys, I think. Build a couple more galleys here. So we'll get those going. And I suppose we should probably build a lot more than just 5 galleys, since this is going to be our main fleet here. And I don't know why we would need transport ships as of right now. I don't know, we'd maybe attacking into Corsica. If we wanted to attack Genoa again, we'd need the transport ships to do that. So we'll leave a couple slots open. We're just trying to get the 75% here. I think 75%, that'd be 12. 12 ships, so we have, currently we'll have 10, so we need to build 2 more. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll build 1 there. And which one's quicker? This one's quicker. So we'll build 3 there. So that'll give us a good size galley fleet, I suppose. I mean, it's not a huge one, but enough to maybe contend with certain countries. We'll see how many ships. I mean, they have 26 ships, so we're not going to contend with the Venetians, of course. I keep having that damn salt crisis. But that should allow us to fulfill that objective and get that admiral, free admiral. Which, again, we're not using all of our leader slots, so might as well get them. So, what is this? You can now invest in new... Okay, so this would give us... What is this about? You can now invest offensive ideals, gain 1.5 innovativeness. Oh, okay. But anyways, this will give us the land leader fire. Do all ideals do that? Give you the innovativeness? Huh. Yeah, I didn't know that ideals gave you innovativeness. I don't know if that's something new. But anyways, this will give us the land leader fire. So let's get that. And then we are now only 1 away from getting the lowered power of the barons, which would be a negative 10% towards development cost. So overall, our generals should be really, really good now, or much better than average for your level of tradition. Your tradition, which you've seen we've been getting from battles and from events, the tradition controls how good the generals are. So you see that in here somewhere. I don't know where it's at in here. It's somewhere in here, though. We'll display what our current tradition is somewhere. There's like so many stats here. There's the Navy tradition, so it's probably... I thought it would be on the opposite side. Apparently not. Army tradition. There it is. Good God. It's 29.1. So that's what we're currently sitting at. It also has its own effects, so it's a good thing. but it's the accumulated army experience that your nation has, and that controls how good your generals are. So the higher it is when you get a general, the better the general is. So we got a good harvest. Man, the luck. We are just having like such good luck. 1494 has been a particularly good harvest. Well, let's get admin power. I know it's a lot of money, guys, but I always go for power. I like power, man. Especially when we're over here trying to get both technologies and ideas. The ruler of provinces died without a direct heir. They will join in the union with France unless we contest it. If we can contest it, it will create a succession war over province. Okay. Well. Man. Well, I don't want France to have that. I also don't really want to fight France. But. If we don't fight, I mean, they got 46,000 men. I wonder if allies would. What I don't like about this is it doesn't tell us like who would be willing to support such a conflict. And like, are we declaring war on them, or are they declaring war on us? But look at their allies, guys. And nobody's willing to go to war here. I assume we'd be able to just call them in, basically. Yeah, I assume we'd be able to call them in if they're willing to accept. Which, as you can see here, nobody is willing to accept that. Naples is, they don't want to do it because that would destabilize them, probably because they have a peace treaty with them. Savoy here is deep in debt. And also, they're on the border, so I can understand why they wouldn't want to go to war with them. Lucca's not even willing to join us. That's because they're actually allied with France. So they would in fact go to war with us more than likely. I think we're declaring war on them because they were the ones who got the succession. I just don't know that it'd be worth it because I think we'd lose, frankly. Without any allied support here, and not only having to fight France, but all their allies, which is a total of 66,000 infantry, 20,000 cav, and 7,000. We haven't got any, we need to get some cannons. That reminded me. We had probably unlocked that already. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure we did unlock cannons. I just never bought them. Yeah, we have cannons. So we should buy those. Now, the beginning cannons are pretty garbage. They're not very good in conflict. In battles, I should say. However, they are very, very good for sieges. And sorry about the loud vehicles, guys. They're very, very good against sieges. They will help you, they get a modifier based on how many cannons you have. So they can help you take a siege down much, much quicker. So we need to get cannons for our army to help us out in sieges. But that's another matter. We still need to figure out what the hell we're doing here. And I guess there's not really any choice here, guys. We wouldn't be able to, probably not, be able to win that. Just too many troops. There's too many people that would attack us. I just don't expect to. I mean, if we're able to like kind of split them up and fight them one by one, but without any allies, I don't know, guys. And just to get a personal, I say just to get a personal union, that's pretty powerful. But I think we're gonna have to decline this, guys. It's France, man. We're just not at their level yet. How many troops could we build if we were to go all the way up? We could build another 5,000 men. So we could probably roll with like 29,000 men, against 80-something thousand. Might be able to win, but probably not. We got 2,000 there we'd have to deal with. We'd lose our ally here. That's 8,000 we'd have to deal with there. And that's before the thousands of men fled across the borders from France. Scotland probably wouldn't send troops, but they could. They could end up sending troops over here. As far as their fleet, did that show us the size of their fleet? It does not show the size of the fleet. It's only the army. So you'd have to actually look at their actual fleet, and they would dominate the seas as well. So you wouldn't be able to stop them from landing on our shores. Again, I might be able to win against them. I feel that our Milan is about the strength level that we were in our England scenario, our England campaign that we did, and we defeated France in that one. And I feel like Milan here, despite probably having a lot less provinces, they're a lot richer provinces than England's. Plus, we have a much better monarch. So I feel like we are in a better situation than we were in that one, and we defeated France. But also in that one, we were able to keep them from invading our territory. We'd have to fight them here. I think it's too risky, guys. It's France, man. If I knew that my allies were going to support me, then that'd be one thing, but none of them are willing to support us from what it seems like. If we could just have one of these allies support us, I would do it. Just one of them. The Hungarians, the Austrians, or Naples. If just one supported, I would do it. But as the situation as it is, we're just gonna have to back down, guys. It's a shame. But it is what it is, man. I didn't even remember that we had a royal marriage with them. Yeah, I don't even remember that at all. Did we get like I'm not entirely sure how we had a royal marriage with them, unless maybe they were part of the same dynasty. I'm not entirely sure what was going on there. But yeah, that is actually going to be the end of the episode. We actually got through a lot less years than we've been getting through. I think about 6 years this time. We've been going about 8 to 10 years per episode, so a little bit slower, but we did have more wars and conflict, and a lot of things happening as well, a lot of events and stuff. So didn't make quite as much progress. Also, our heir is not, hasn't succeeded at throwing yet. Duchess Katerina is still alive at 58 years old, so I thought she was going to die this episode. I'm glad she didn't, because obviously she's way better leader. But that's the reason why I didn't discuss Ludovico yet, because I figured I'd do it when he ascended to the throne. So we will do that next episode. We'll talk about Ludovico, and we'll talk about the Italian Wars, which makes sense too, because again, this is 1494. So yeah, it makes sense to talk about the Italian Wars in the 1490s here. So we'll do that next episode. We'll talk about the history. We'll talk about Ludovico once he comes to the throne, which will likely be, I assume, again, we don't know how long Duchess Katerina is going to live. She could live into her 70s or 80s for all we know. And I would be absolutely pleased with that, because this never happens, guys. You never have a 644 survive this long. So I'm very pleased with that. Overall, things have just been going quite well for us, which is quite a contrast from the England series where just everything was going wrong. And we just rolled with it anyway, and it ended up going great. We ended up becoming extremely powerful in that series. But you guys will remember that it was like, it was a rough beginning. England has a rough beginning, but here's Milan. Things are going fantastic for us. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and end the episode here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. I do hope to see you guys on the next episode, and thanks for watching.